got diagnosed, with dementia, which is, it sucks, but there's nothing you can do, What do you do when somebody has dementia? What can you really do? You just be nice to them, right? They repeat a story. You just act like it's the first time they said it. You know what I mean? You don't sit there looking around the room like they're fucking doing this again. Jesus Christ. What is this, Groundhog Day? You think he's going to change the ending? I mean, good Lord. I don't give a fuck. He's not going to remember me saying this, right? No, you don't do that. You just act like it's the first time they said it. They repeat a question. You just act like it's the first time they asked it. You are nice to people with dementia unless they're the President of the United States, at which point you can go off. Look at you guys. People applauding that somebody has dementia. How fucked up is that? Not 30 seconds ago when I said someone in my family got diagnosed, you guys were you could hear a pin drop. And you had empathy, like, oh no, maybe you know somebody that has it or whatever. Oh my God, it's terrible. I know what you're going through. Second, you put a blue or a red tie on it. Fuck that old man. Fuck him. I'm glad he's gonna die. Yeah, still applauding. It's fucking. What is wrong with us? We're fucking out of our minds. People aren't going to take the vaccine, but they'll take Ozempic, right? Well, Ozempic's my choice. No, it wasn't. They poisoned the food supply and you fucking ballooned up and now you're jamming that in and then they're going to wheel you in. It's not. You're a money-making vehicle. Anyway, here's the funny thing. If Joe Biden wasn't a politician, if he wasn't famous, if he was just some random old guy sitting by himself in a diner, repeating himself, there's nobody with him. You would have empathy for him, going like, oh my God, is there anybody with that guy? Oh, I mean, that is really dangerous. Who's going to help him out? How's he going to know he already had pie? He could eat himself to death, right? Second he's a Democrat or a Republican, you're just like, fuck you, old man! You're losing your mind! You're going crazy! You already said that! You already said that! You already said that! I love that shit. It's what makes human beings hilarious. I'm one of the biggest hypocrites you're ever gonna fucking meet in your life. And I love hypocrites. I love weird rules. Like, one of my favorite things about the West Coast is on the 5 freeway, you have that commuter lane. You gotta have 2 people in it, called the HOV lane, the high occupancy vehicle lane, whatever the fuck it's called, right? Yeah, I just love the respect that it gets. For the most part, 99% of people will not go in that fucking lane unless they have 2 people. We just sit in the other 6 lanes, dead stop, hating life. Why did I move out here? This fucking sucks. I can see my house. I can see it. I could walk from here. And there's this wide open lane to freedom. Nobody goes in it. They're like, oh, I can't go in that, Don't have enough occupancies in my vehicle, right? Here's the thing. I could take a chance, right? I could go in there by myself, okay? But if there's a cop there, I'm going to get pulled over. I'm going to get yelled at. I get a ticket and my insurance goes up. I am not allowed to do that. However, I can still join the Klan. I can join the Ku Klux Klan and not get in trouble, right? I don't get yelled at. I don't get a ticket. No insurance goes up. I could drive down the highway in my Klan outfit as long as I had the mud flap up. All right, it could say Grand Dragon on the front of the sheet. I could have a white power bumper sticker. I could have a Hitler bobblehead right on the dashboard, just sitting there fucking going like that. I would not get pulled over unless I went into the HOV lane, right? Yeah, and then I wouldn't get pulled over because I joined a terrorist organization. I would get pulled over because I didn't have another terrorist with me. That's what the problem would be. Yeah. The cop will be coming up like, well, aren't we in a hurry to get to the cross-burning this evening, huh? Who the hell do you think you are, buddy? I'll tell you right now, you better have a black guy in the trunk or you, sir, are in a lot of trouble. Now get your license out. You know what's funny is I don't think anybody joins the Klan anymore, you know? That's like your great-great-great-grandfather's hate group, you know? I don't like blacks or Jews or fucking queers. I feel like they're still on horses, you know? It's just a bunch of old, ugly white guys just riding around. Hey, God made me in his image, and Jesus look at me, fucking get that. You know what's hilarious about Jesus? You know what I learned about this guy? In North America, he's white. He's like almost as white as I am. But the closer you get to the equator, the more he starts looking like Lenny Kravitz. Have you noticed that? Anyway, yeah, nobody joins the Klan anymore, you know? As a white person, you don't want to join the Klan, right? You want to join a younger, hipper, white nationalist group, right? Like the neo-Nazis or the Proud Boys, you know, with their little fades, you know, and their little okey-doke thing, they stick their pee-pees through, or whatever the secret handshake is. I don't know. I don't pretend to know these things. Or maybe you just want to be that random, get-off-my-lawn, racist white dude. You know that guy? The patriotic guy? You know that guy? He dresses every weekend like it's the 4th of July. Everything he has the American flag on it. You know, there's a bald eagle on the shirt, the Declaration of Independence down this sleeve, Thomas Jefferson's nuts, Mount Rushmore right back here, God's, freedom ain't free, you don't like it, go fuck yourself, and all that. Then you got the giant pickup truck with the huge American flag hanging off the back. That's my favorite. The giant American flag off the back, like we don't know what country we're in. Like, just in case you forgot, you're in America. Neat. You know what's funny? Recently I did a gig up in Canada, right? We landed in Calgary, and me and Kenny are driving to the hotel, and I saw a guy up there, he had a giant pickup truck with a giant Canadian flag hanging off the back, and I was so relieved. You know, I was like, thank God. I thought only we had that fucking idiot in our country. Evidently, he's everywhere. Which is hilarious to me, because that means there's a guy in England right now with a giant British flag hanging off the back of a scooter, just riding around like, wah. Right, you're in London, you silly cunt. Meet me. Brexit, you fucking yank. Right? I don't know, that just blows my mind, you know. It's like, it's 2024. All of these people got in trouble, got canceled and shit, you know what I mean? Never came around to the Klan. None of those groups ever got canceled. But if you said in 1992, hey, nice titties, comes back to bite you in the ass 30 years later. That's the question I've been asking when I'm on the road. Like, here's a question I have. Why do you think the Klan, it's 2024, right? Why do you think the Klan still exists? Racist? I'm not saying what they are. Racist! Why do you think fat people exist? Eat too much! Are they all gonna be this easy? You know what the funniest answer I got? I go, why do you think people are still in the Klan? 2024. And some guy yelled out, he goes, something to do! You know, we all got our things. Some people are into bowling. Some people like to draw. Some people like to blow up churches with innocent people in there. I mean, it's, you know, it's all, you know, whatever your trip is. You know why they still exist? You know why, right? Some people go, well, you know, it's a First Amendment issue. It's a freedom of speech. We have this wonderful thing in this country, for white people only, called freedom of speech. I mean, they have to be allowed to join these groups. They have to be allowed to march down the streets with semi-automatic weapons, chanting the N-word, trying to create a race war on the internet, okay? They have to be allowed to do this. If they are not allowed to do this, it's a slippery slope. Next thing you know, there goes the town pool. So, you really have to be careful about censorship. You name one other fucking race.
Have you guys seen that movie? Anybody see that? It's about the first all-black swim team. and the difficulties they had to go through being the first all-black swim team. Let me ask you a question. How many of those white people are evil movies are they gonna make? It's like, it's all the way down to swimming. You know? I'm starting to run out of white guilt, you know? No, it's like those movies. They started off unbelievable. Started off with Roots, right? White guilt was at an all-time high. I could barely even watch it. I'm like, dude, I got it. My ancestors are evil, okay? Please turn the channel, dude. Please turn the channel. They're still hitting them. Fuck, turn the channel. This is gonna be on all week. Jesus Christ, turn the channel. Then in the 80s, there was like a football movie. Then like Cuba Gooding wanted to be like a scuba diver. Remember that shit? And now it's all the way down to swimming. And I gotta admit, I don't think I give a fuck. You know? I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's a recreational activity. Plus, I've been in pools. There's been black people in the pool, you know? I never saw any white guy like trying to like fucking like prevent people from getting into the pool. It's like, are they just like making this shit up? I'm not being a dick here either, okay? Just to clarify, you know, I just don't want anybody coming up to me after the show like, you know, I was thinking it, and then you fucking said it, and then... I'm not saying that I don't think black people should be allowed to put on some Speedos and go for a dip. I'm not saying that shit. I'm just saying these movies, like the characters aren't even believable. Like they always have to have like that, the over-the-top, uninhibited white racist character, you know? You know that guy, he's a guy like, he's supposed to represent all the white evil, you know? He's like the dude they always have like screaming during the movie trailer. They'd be like, they were the first all-black swim team. Get out of the pool! Got like a big vein in his forehead. He's just screaming shit, not even looking around, you know? Dude, it's ridiculous. Real racism is quiet. It's subtle. People look around first. They make sure they make sure the coast is clear. There's disclaimers like, dude, you know I'm not racist, but these insert group name followed by fucked up conversation, right? That's how it goes down. It's not just some guy just standing up there, there's Negroes in the pool! Do you approve of this? I work at the bank, can I be fired immediately, please? I'm just saying, can you just make the shit, like, believable? You know what the honest thing is those movies, they're starting to give me a complex. You know, because anytime they do a movie about a group of people that thinks dumb shit about another group of people, it's always like white dudes. So it's like, are white dudes the only ones who think ignorant shit about other people, you know? No Mexican guy ever walked up to somebody from India like, dude, what the fuck is that? Is that like itchy? Does that bug you? What is it? White dudes the only ones walking around, well, you guys don't eat cows? What are you, a bunch of fags? Well, then why are you wearing sandals? This guy's wearing sandals. This guy's a fag. No, I'm just saying, you know? Just balance the movies out a little bit. Like, just have some of the evil shit that black people say about white people, you know, when we're not around, you know? Like, well, what are some good examples, you know? You know, like, you know what I mean? You're hanging out, you had a rough day, you know? What are some of the classics? You know, what smell like wet dogs, right? You got head lice or something like that, right? Just slip some of that shit in there. Get out of the pool! Wash your hair, motherfucker, right? Just make it seem a little more... Dude, I'm just saying, it's all the way down to swimming. I mean, where the fuck do you go from there? We do like ping pong? They were the first all-black ping pong team. They're gonna steal the paddles. Denzel Washington. My daughter's not playing ping pong! You got to go out there and show the white man you're bad, ping pong. No, I'm not saying, I don't know, it's always just weird bringing this shit up, but... No, I'm not saying white people aren't evil either, because I know we're evil. I got that evil in me. I do, that's why I can feel it. That's why I try to suppress it. I try to dress casual, you know what I mean? I'm serious, man. I tried a suit on the other day. I felt it coming up. Like, fuck, man, I want to take over some shit, right? I want to start telling people what to do. I want to go pollute a lake, blame it on my secretary, you know? Dude, I don't even like those movies